When we all know that dogs are our best friends, it's no surprise that many people share a diet with their dogs. Dog owners frequently offer their pets something from their own plate as a tasty treat. Unfortunately, this is not always advisable since dogs' digestive systems do not work the same way as humans, and some human foods may even be toxic to them. However, if you are wondering, can dogs eat radishes? The answer is a simple yes. Radishes do not contain anything that might be harmful to a dog and even offer some health benefits. However, like any dog food or diet change, it's sensible to be careful when introducing new foods. While feeding your dog radishes may not cause any long-term harm, it's possible that it can cause an upset stomach. Just because dogs can eat radishes, it does not mean that radishes agree with all dogs. What are radishes? Radishes are small root vegetables. Although they range in size, the most commonly used have a small root tap, which is the edible part. For example, the most common European red radishes produce a small, almost spherical root. Other varieties will have different shapes and colors, such as the Asian, white radish, which, as well as the different colors, has a long, cylindrical shape. True radishes are not toxic and have been cultivated for at least 2,500 years and probably much longer. They are quick growing and thrive in cooler weather, meaning they are often grown in the off-season. Additionally, they are robust and deter pests, making them a popular option for gardeners who are keen to maximize their garden's produce. Can all dogs eat radishes? Dogs are traditionally considered carnivorous, but there is some debate about exactly what their diet should be. Dogs are, obviously, well adapted to eating meat. After all, they gave their name to canine, or dog, teeth that almost all mammals have to help them grip meat. However, dogs also have the genes required to help them eat and digest an omnivore diet. This means that they can eat and thrive on a vegetable diet, as long as the dog owner ensures it is balanced. But it is also important to remember that humans have changed dogs. Not only has selective breeding changed how they look, but individual dogs and breeds will have their own tastes and sensitivities. Can puppies eat radishes? Although radishes are safe for dogs to eat, your local veterinarian would probably advise against feeding radishes to a puppy. This is because a puppy's digestive system is still developing, and it's likely to be more delicate. You are giving your puppy dog radish risks upsetting the dog's stomach. When dealing with puppies, it's safer to feed your dog a diet designed to help healthy growth. What are the benefits of radishes for dogs? Radishes can provide vitamin C and potassium, supporting a dog's immune system and keeping muscles healthy. They are also high in fiber, which can help a dog's digestion, and because they are low in calories, they can be a good part of a balanced diet, helping to manage your dog's blood pressure. The texture is also helpful. Radishes are crunchy vegetables, which makes them fun to eat, but the texture can also help a dog clean their teeth and remove plaque. Indeed, combined with the spicy taste, many dog owners include radishes in their dog's healthy diet too as a way of controlling their pet's bad breath. Are there any downsides to radishes? Perhaps the biggest downside of giving a dog radish is that they are associated with flatulence. Like humans, the high fiber content can have benefits but can have its negatives. The dog can suffer because of the gas created as the digestive system attempts to deal with the fiber. In some dogs, this can cause a stomach ache, and in others might even result in diarrhea. Another issue is the size of the vegetable. Small and bite-sized, it can present a choking hazard to some dogs, and if eaten whole, might even result in a digestive blockage in others. If you suspect your dog may have eaten one whole and notice symptoms like vomiting, loss of appetite, or lethargy, then seek professional veterinary help immediately. Finally, don't forget that, just like humans, dogs have different tastes too. Radishes are known for their distinct, sharp flavor. Just as many people don't like radishes, many dogs will avoid them, too. However, radishes are not an essential part of a canine diet. Dogs can get the vitamin C, potassium, and other nutrients they provide from plenty of other sources, so there's no need to force radishes on your dog if it simply doesn't like them. Are there any radishes a dog can't eat? Although no radishes are toxic, there are some that you should avoid offering your dog. Daikon, or white radishes, are safe but very spicy. Some dogs might like them, but most will not enjoy them, and it's probably not even worth trying. Horseradish is definitely something you should not give your dog. Used to add heat to a range of foods you usually get when offered wasabi in Japanese restaurants. This is simply too hot for a canine's palate and should be avoided. You should also avoid offering your dog pickled radish. Although pickling is a popular way of preserving human foods, the process will typically use preservatives and too much salt to be safe for your dog's diet. Finally, do not let your dog eat wild radishes. Despite the name, these are flowering weeds with white flowers, rather than a true radish, and can be dangerous. It's commonly believed that the leaves can cause harm if eaten in sufficient quantity, and the seeds certainly are toxic. If your dog does eat wild radish while on a walk, seek help from your veterinarian as soon as possible. How to start your dog on radishes. Like adding any new food to a dog's diet, adding radishes should be done carefully to ensure they do not cause any ill effects. Ensure that your dog has a stable diet and no dietary problems before letting your dog eat radish. Then, monitor your dog for a few days, ensuring that the radish has not caused any issues. If there are no effects, then you can safely continue feeding your dog a moderate number of radishes as part of their balanced diet. How to include radishes in dog food. Like a human, if your dog likes radishes and does not cause an upset stomach, they can eat them raw or cooked. The most important thing to do is remove the radish greens and roots. The green leaves are tougher than the vegetable and more likely to cause digestive difficulties. The most important thing is to think about size, and that may mean chopping the radish up to make sure it's manageable. You can also crush radish to mix it with your dog's food. If you are cooking radish, take care of how you prepare it. The radish might be a healthy choice, but you might be creating problems with you or preparing it with too much salt or butter. If you are cooking them, the best way is to boil or steam them. Just make sure they aren't still too hot when you feed your dog. However, remember that cooking can remove some nutrients and soften the rough texture that helps clean your dog's teeth, meaning raw radishes are probably the best option for your dog. How many radishes should I give my dog? It's important to ensure that your dog has a healthy diet, and radishes can help towards that. However, that should not mean you serve radishes for every meal. Instead, consider it as an occasional treat, rather than feeding your dog large quantities of radishes. The actual volume you feed them will depend on the size of dog and their preferences. But offering a little raw radish occasionally can be a little treat for a dog, as well as providing some health benefits for your pet. Should I feed my dog radishes? Ultimately, it's down to your dog's preference, whether you feed radish to your dog. Many owners will tell you their dog eats raw radish happily, while others will report that their dog will try almost anything but eating radishes. The fact is that the nutritional value of radishes is not that high, and if your dog doesn't like them, you can get the same health benefits, both of nutrients and the tooth cleaning texture, from other vegetables. However, as long as you keep clear of wild radishes, and those with a very spicy flavor like daikon radish, there is nothing wrong with a dog eating radishes. If you've tried your dog with a red radish or any other radishes you might eat, and it enjoyed it with no unpleasant after effects, then there's nothing to stop you from feeding your dog radishes.